Thank you for joining me today on Uncover and Discover You with Coach Carla. I'm Coach Carla and I'm excited to have you here with us today. Our topic today is getting unstuck. You may be wondering, what am I stuck in? What are you talking about, getting unstuck? That is something I don't know anything about. Sure you do. You know about being stuck. You know about not going or being or doing who or what or where. You know that there are things that you have been dreaming about, thinking about, wanting to do for so long that you have literally forgotten. I want to encourage you to do that. But first, the first thing that you must do is get unstuck. How many times have you found yourself saying this statement? I need to rest. I'm just plain tired. I'm dog tired. I'm bone tired. It's something describing it and followed by tired. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually tired. Because you are trying to do things that are either not for you, not what you should be doing. You're doing too much for other people and not enough for you. But something in all this situation is causing you not to be or do what you need to do. When you are tired, you are saying this to everyone. You're telling your friends and your family and everybody that knows you, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired. But you're not doing anything about it. You're not stopping doing the things that are making you tired. You're not empowering yourself to say no. You're not throwing off your cape because you're wearing a cape because you want to save the planet. You're not doing any of that. What you're doing is you're walking around saying you're tired, but yet you're still collecting all this nonsense. We want you to stop doing that. I want you to stop doing that. Your friends and family want you to stop doing that. And in order for you to do that, you need to identify that, one, you are tired. You literally, really, actually are tired. But now you have to do something about it. You need to find your way out. You need to figure out what is making you tired, how you can get through that, overcome it, move beyond it, and then just go from there. But if you're not going to do anything about it, you just walking around saying you're tired is not going to save you in any shape, form, or fashion. I know, I personally have been tired. I can recall some times that I would come in, I would be so tired, I had to choose between going to sleep or eating. I would go to sleep because I was too tired to chew. That's how tired I was. My hunger was like, we'll get it later. Just we need to lay down. We need to take a nap. When that happens every now and then, that's okay because I'm doing some things. I might have had a very stressful day or a strenuous day or a very active day. That's okay. If I'm doing that every day, something needs to be changed. I may need some help. I may need to talk to someone. I may really need to evaluate where I am in my life and why I'm there. Because listen, if that is me all the time, I don't want that. I definitely do not want that. I was watching my life spiral out of control just because I was doing my stuff, my kids' stuff, my friends' stuff, church stuff, work stuff, my side hustle stuff, everything, and trying to cram all of that into a 24-hour day. And it actually wasn't even a whole 24 hours because at some point I had to lay down and get some sleep. Now, sometimes my eyes would be closed and in my mind I would think I'm asleep. But my body was still kind of functioning. My brain was still kind of going. And I wasn't necessarily getting sleep. So then when I woke up, though I was prone, I had been laying down, that doesn't necessarily mean I was sleep. I may have been unconscious, but I was not really getting any rest. Then I woke up and I was more tired than before I went to sleep. I had to stop that. That was not going to be good for me. I have to make a decision. I can't do that. I had decided that I was going to stop letting people hijack my day. Now, when someone hijacks your day, that means they are coming, they are taking over whatever you are doing, they are coming in, they're invading your space, all of that. We don't want to be hijacked. We don't want our day hijacked. We want to do the things that we need to do. After I realized that I was on a pity tour, I got off. I said, that was it. I'm done with my pity tour. When I talk about the pity tour, that meant I was doing just like I said earlier. I was telling everybody, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, but I wasn't doing anything about it. At this point, I needed to make a decision and do something about everything that I was doing. So I decided that I needed some rest. Not just rest or however you sleep, pray, whatever, but I needed some rest, which is an acronym for revive, enliven, survive, and thrive. I needed to rest. I needed to revive myself. I needed to revive my life. I needed to revive my purpose, why I was doing all of this stuff. What was it leading to? What was the end result? I needed to rest. I needed to revive, rejuvenate, invigorate, and not just say that, oh, okay, well, I'm going to pump some more blood and some more energy and some more money into it. No, I need to fully understand what that meant. Now, revive comes from the Latin word meaning again, and vive meaning to live. So I meant I need to live again. Not that I was dead, but I was literally walking around like a dead person. It also means to bring something back, which is what I wanted to do. I wanted to go back to what I was doing well, when I was taking care of myself, when the things that I needed to get done were getting done. I needed to revive the focus that was given to me. When I realized I was living everybody else's dream and not mine, because I completely forgot what my dream was. I've been doing everybody else and not me, and next thing I know, who am I? What am I doing? How did I get here? Seriously woke up like I had amnesia for a while. It's hard to just wake up and say, I'm not doing this anymore. I mean, that part is easy, but the actual not doing anymore is the hard part. You don't want to disappoint your friends and family. You don't want to stop doing, but you have to make a choice. Do you want to live? Do you want to survive? Do you want to make it? Or do you want to continue to be on this cycle of being tired, being overused, being underappreciated, being undervalued, because you allowed someone to undervalue and underappreciate you? When I was full of energy, life was amazing. It was exciting. But somehow, unbeknownst to me, consciously, because it definitely had to happen unconsciously, I was dying. I was just going through the motion, step by step by step, and before I knew it, I was off the path, didn't know where I was, looking around like, well, where am I? I was doing things that I did not want to do, that I didn't think I was put here to do. I needed to revive and stir up what was in me. I needed to revive the purpose that I'd been given and relive that. The second letter is E, enliven. Enliven means when you enliven something, you make it more lively, colorful, or exciting. It also means to activate, be spirited, invigorate, but revive, vivacious, spirited, invigorate, live. If you've ever seen the series, the movie, Auntie Mame, she says, live, live, live. Life is a banquet and most poor suckers are starving to death. Mame Dennis had a very colorful life. She did a lot of things, and whenever people ask what's one of my favorite movies, Auntie Mame always comes up because I love just the life, the liveliness in that movie. There was some downsides, but there was always the bounce back, the liveliness, the return, the get it together, and that was what we was looking for. When you are enlivened, you take your dreams to another level. They are just like through the roof because you're breathing all this energy and excitement into it. But when you don't enliven it, it shrinks because you're not focusing on it, and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller until it becomes a molecule and you can't even see it, and you're looking around, where did my dreams go? What happened? Well, you stop breathing into them, you stop living them, you stop making them what they're supposed to be. This step is important because this is where you're going to put all your energy. When you start feeling like it is going to happen, that's because you're breathing energy, you're massaging it, you're just making it grow. But when you feel like it's not going to happen, your hands off. It's dying. It's shrinking. You are not excelling. You are not growing if you are not enlivening yourself. You have to make a difference. Even if that difference is just to one person, you still made a difference. Take your dreams and just breathe life into them. Make them what they're supposed to be. You can have people, there are people that have the dream but no drive. Don't be that person. That is the equivalent of having the car of your dreams. The car of my dreams is a Tesla SUV with the doors that go up, and it's electric, and I just want a Tesla SUV. But when I have a dream and no drive, I have a Tesla that I take nowhere. I don't even have to it's not about putting the gas in it, it's about plugging it up and getting it ready. So it's ready, but it's not going anywhere. Boats, ships, yachts are safe in the harbor, but they were not built to stay in the harbor. They were built to go out to sea, to be in water, to float. Your dreams were not meant to just sit in your head. They were meant to be explored, sent out into the universe. Give your dream something. Put some gas behind that dream. Don't have a dream with no drive. A dream with no drive are just thoughts that are floating around in your head. They don't land anywhere, because if they do land, they're just going to just be there, stuck. Not going anywhere, not absorbing, not doing anything. We don't want that. So once you have revived and enlivened, your next area is survive. A lot of people are in survival mode. And in survival mode, you're just doing enough to get by. To survive something is to live through it or endure it. You're just there. You're just getting whatever you can get. That's it. Nothing exciting. Food to mouth. You don't even care what the food is. You're just eating. I'm just surviving. I'm just paying my bills. I'm just keeping my head down. I don't want anybody to know that I'm here. You are doing the least that you can do, no matter what the situation. You're just in survival mode. People get in survival mode for a variety of reasons. They had some trauma. They've been hurt. They've been in a situation to where they thought something was going to happen and it didn't. They feel deflated, defeated, dysfunctional. They are not trying to go any further because in their mind, I've tried it before. It didn't work. Why should I try it again? Or I've tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried, and now I'm tired. Because after all those tries, nothing has happened. I understand that. I understand that because I have tried to do and run my business the way I wanted it to be, and I bought things and I invested and did some things, got involved with some programs, thought, oh, this is gonna work, this is gonna work, this is gonna work. And each time it didn't. And though I tried, I don't think and sometimes I tell myself, maybe you didn't try enough. Maybe if you did this, or maybe if this was different, maybe if you was spent, instead of spending 10 hours, you spent 15 hours on it. I want to be in a situation to where I'm not just surviving, I'm going to the next step of thriving. Because when you're just in survival mode, you're like this, you're like scrunched up and you just kind of just get the little bit amount as possible. You're not going full out, you're not full in, you're not fully invested. You just are there. And when you're just there, you whatever comes at you, you take it. Fine, I'll take that. Okay, fine, give me that. You're not even you don't even discern if something is good for you or not. You just, okay, I'll take this. Okay, yeah, well, give me that. Instead of saying, I deserve more than that. I owe myself more than that. I owe the people around me more than that. I owe the people that came before me more than that. I owe the people that's coming after me more than that. So look beyond just surviving. Look to thriving. Now, thriving is to do well or flourish. You are surviving, and that's great, but you don't want to just survive. By thriving, you are beyond surviving. You've hit the survival hill, and you just keep going. Because survival would just, a little bit, thriving, you're just going all the way. You're just going to keep going. And you're finding new and interesting things and different ways and possibilities and opportunities to ensure that you don't just slip back into survival mode. That you go further and further and further each and every moment. When you are thriving, your income increases, your influence increases, your friends, they may not necessarily have to increase, but they become deeper. The relationships become more intense, more intentional. When you're thriving and you're focusing on what you really need to do, and you're not just doing the status quo, the mediocre, the little bit. You're doing it all. You're going all out, above and beyond. Anything that you can do and need to do, that's what you're doing. So listen, you have to rest, revive, enliven, survive, and thrive in order for you to get unstuck. Now, there are different parts of the getting unstuck that I want you to talk about. You have to, one, visualize your goal. Not a lot of us are those people. We have to get credit together. We have to check on finances. We have to look and see, can I really afford this? Is now the time? You have to start preparing. The goal is to own a home. You have to see it. If you can't see where you want to go or what you want to do, then you can't make it happen. If you want to be an anchor person on a talk show, you have to see yourself in front of that camera. You have to visualize yourself. You have to put people in your life that's going to confirm that you can do this. And even some naysayers can confirm that you can't do this, but then you say, you know what, I'm going to prove to you wrong. I'm going to do it. Look at the people that's already doing it. Look at how they did it. Emulate what they've done. The next thing you want to do is ask yourself, where are you now? Where are you now? As opposed to where do you want to be or where have you been? Where you are now talks about the position that you're in. Let's go back to the analogy of the house buying. Are you in the situation to buy a house? Are you steady at your job? Do you want to be at the job for, the time it's going to take for you to get the house. But if, as you're looking at where you are right now, you're assessing your situation, your finances, your emotional level, your comfort level, where you want to be at your next level. You're putting all of that together and making that decision. If in the process you decide, where I am now, I'm not ready to move to the next part because I need to clean up some stuff right here, do that. Clean up what you need to clean up. And once you realize it's time to move on, the next step to get unstuck is to create a plan. Okay? Now we know that your goal is to own a home, and you've looked at the different steps that you need to do. You looked and assessed yourself of where you are now and what you want to do. And you realize, yes, I want to own a home. Here's the plan. I know that it's going to take me 6 months to get ready to own a home and have the money and everything situated to be a homeowner, to get my credit scores up and all of that. So the plan is, while I'm preparing for the home ownership and visualizing the goal, the plan is, don't open any more credit cards. Curb my spending. Find alternative means to get some of the things that I like. Maybe bring in another stream of income, so that way that I can curb some of that spending and try to reach my goal a little bit faster. You want to do all of these things, because if you don't have a plan, you're going to fail. Those who fail to plan to fail. Get a plan. Write it down. Look at it every day. Speak to it. Say it out loud. One of my projects is a 30-day, 60, 90, or 120-day challenge. You get to pick which challenge you want. And every day, you get to say your goals out loud. So the goal that you visualize, you're saying it out loud to yourself. Every day, you're saying it out loud. You have it on your plan. You're telling yourself this is possible. You're believing in yourself. You know that you can do it. You may have a setback or two. Something may come up. Your car may need something. You don't have to be dismayed or blown away like, oh, every time I try to do something, something happens. Of course, something's going to happen. It's called life. But what you can do is say, you know what, I know I got a little contingency plan for that. So I have the money I'm saving for the house, and then I have the money for just like small emergencies and things of that nature. We talked about getting our credit together and finances and things of that nature. All of that needs to be in your plan. Take time out. Look at your plan. Some people will do it daily, some people will do it weekly, some people will do it monthly. Whatever time interval that you need that works best for you, do it. Don't wait. Do it. Because the plan is not going to make itself. It's not going to do itself. It's just there. You have to do something for this plan. You have to do something. You have to make it happen. Okay? Create the plan. Put all that you want to do in it and make it happen. While you're making the plan, the last step is you're going to look at this plan and it's going to look daunting. You're going to, oh my goodness, I can't do all this stuff. This is too much. And then you want to ball it up and throw it out the window. Stop. Don't do that. Do not ball that plan up. Do not think small. Think huge. Think large. Think out of the box. Because you are going to achieve that plan in achievable steps. Achievable steps. So the first achievable step, only have Starbucks once a week. Okay, so instead of having it 5 days a week, you're going to have it 1 day a week. Now you have 4 days of Starbucks money you're going to put into an account. Eat out twice a month, whereas you used to eat out 4 or 5 times a month. Those extra times, take it, put it in the account. Do you really need a bigger TV? What's wrong with the current TV that you have? Is it working? Is the color still good? Does it record? Or you don't necessarily have to have the latest and greatest. Work with what you have, and that's fine. Look around your house. Is there something that you can sell? Something that you're not using anymore? Sell it. Look at what you're doing. Your small steps. Because in the end, you are going to be excited. You are going to be great. You have achieved your goals. We all want stuff. What I want you to think about today is this. Do I want to be in this same spot when my children's children think of me? Are they going to say, oh, that's how they died, in that same old mindset? So right now, I'm going to encourage you. 1, jump on my site, grab my workbook, watch the videos, and 2, dream and put some energy behind that dream. Make that dream happen. Because without you dreaming big, the person that you're supposed to connect with and help may not get that help they need. Don't let that soul continue to be lost. I want to thank you for joining me here today. I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you for joining me on Uncover and Discover You with Coach Carla. Goodbye, I'm Coach Carla. Visions of Love, your one-stop shop for 15mm 3D handmade mink lashes. Our lashes last up to 30 wears with proper care. We also have specialized wine glasses for the diva in your life. We will customize them to your taste. For more information, contact us at visionsoflove614@gmail.com. For more information, visit our website at visionsoflove.net.